What's up, guys? RP Forex here. I've been noticing a few early birds, the same names. Let's see if we get any new ones today. We're live, right? We're live. Should be live. Alright, we are live. What's up, guys? Just gonna give people a few seconds to join in. Yesterday's session was amazing. A lot of activity in the chat, a lot of recommendations, and we made a lot of pips. I believe the only two losses this week was USD CAD, and we cut Euro NSD short. Everything else is a winner. I think we're at around 200 pips for the week, and today is Wednesday. So hopefully, we'll get some work today. I think more than 200. But my goal is 150 to 300 a week, and so we're right on track. If you have any pair recommendations, let me know now, and then I'll get started. We'll actually show you guys a bit about the trading room, and then I'll get started. But yeah, so send in them pairs, them questions, comments, remarks, whatever you want to send in, as long as it's trading related. What pairs do you want to see today? So usually when I do all this stuff, I have the mic muted, but people don't like sitting in silence, so you're gonna hear me talk. So I'm gonna have to send out these links, so just give me a few seconds, guys. If you have any friends that trade, or if you're in any trading chats on Telegram or Discord, send these links through, for the live session, the trading room. Definitely help someone out there. Okay. Yep, if you're in the portal, the chat's not working. So if you want to ask questions, pop over to YouTube and put your questions and remarks there. I apologize, it's a work in progress, but we'll have it running soon. How's the audio? Let me know if it's good or not. Don't want to have the whole live session with terrible audio. Don't be shy. Okay, someone said USD yen. Cool. Oh, there's a regular Giuliano. It could be louder. Alright. Let me know if this is better or worse. Is this better or worse? CAD CHF, cool. I'm guessing it's better. Okay, so we have CAD, CHF, Euro, Yen. Alright, it's better. What's up, Waleed? Yeah, I see different people from the night session and the day session. But the night sessions, I do them every so often. Alright, so while I wait for people to join and you guys get settled in, I'm just gonna go over the process of signing up for the portal. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but some people are still struggling. So head over to this link. I'll be sure to put this in the description, but you could pause the video and just type this in. Click to apply, and sounds just fine. Cool. What's up, Chris? Fill this out. Obviously, the email you gotta make sure it's a real email. It's active. I suggest Gmail, and then the next 5 or so minutes you'll get the email. Make sure you check your spam folder, and you'll have login credentials. After you get those login credentials, you head over to this. Well, this is how the portal will look like, but since I'm already logged in. But you're going to go over to this portal right here, and what you want to do is just copy and paste the info. Just copy and paste it. Don't try to spell it out because the passwords are arbitrary. They're just random characters. So copy and paste it, and you should see a portal like this. On the left, Bloomberg Live. So if I click that, you're gonna get Bloomberg playing, and you can move it to the side.
Financial regulator.
So you have that playing.
Specifically on the best interest
and then
of
you're gonna have
consumers.
New York Live session. So every time at 11 when I go live, we'll probably see my live pop up right here. Oh, the lag, because I'm streaming, but so copy and paste it, and you should see a portal like this. You see me there, past live sessions, Bloomberg Live. So if I click that, you're gonna get Bloomberg playing. Come up here, and you can. And education library, you have a Bloomberg playing. We have a few things, and you can move it to the side.
Financial regulator.
So you have that playing.
Specifically on the best interest
and then
of
you're gonna have
consumers.
New York Live session. So every time at 11 when I go live, we'll probably see my live pop up right here. Hold on. Okay, cool. My bad. The sound was just playing back. And then you have these charts, so you can pull up the euro, pound, Aussie, and gold. And you can have all four open at one time. My fault, I am lagging a bit just because I'm streaming. Right, so here we have euro, pop open, pound, and you can search different pairs too. And this is a feature that you usually have to pay for on TradingView to have multiple charts open at one time, but it's on the house from us. And then where you're also going to have, so here's pound. What you're also going to have is our signals. So we have 8 current providers right now. Let me close this. So you're going to have 8 providers right here. To use their signals, click up and they're going to show right here. If you don't see this version of the portal, please message support at forexlens.com, and we'll get that fixed. You were unable to log in through portal. Okay, Waleed, could you email support and we can help you there. But if you follow the steps and just copy and paste the details into here, make sure you're logging onto here and not onto Forex Lens. When you log onto Forex Lens, that's for mainly managing your subscriptions. The portal is a different entity, so make sure it's on this website you're copying and pasting. We had a few people doing it the other way around. But enough with the yapping. If you guys have any pair suggestions, let me know. If not, we're going to jump right into it. If you have any problems with the trading room, email support at forexlens.com and we'll get that solved. So, why don't we just start with Euro USD? I called that yesterday. I was calling buys. Let me just break the trade down. We cut our losses short, and thank God we did, because it dropped about 20 pips further. Just looking to the left, this was a nice support zone at 1.66980. So right around 1.67 thousand. So just looking to the left, support here, support here, support here, support here. Support here. Obviously, you get the idea. So it's been a crucial support for the Euro NSD, and because we had NSD USD falling against the dollar, I was presuming some strength for the some weakness for the New Zealand dollar. So what happened was we entered right around here after this break of this counter trend line and bounced off support, but price just came back down, and then after this retest, I got us out right around 40 pips in loss, and then we dropped down a further 20. So it actually at the end of the day it did. It would have hit our SL, but I called off shorts right around here, so we saved around 20 pips of loss, which is good. So you want to always let your winners run, and you want to cut your losses short. It's setting up for a nice short opportunity because we did retest and have a rejection. Although it's a hammer, so I wouldn't call this a rejection, but we did have a nice break, retest of it. If we could have another, a bearish candle down, we could have a nice short. But moving on to your pair requests, if you have any pair requests and you're watching on the portal, please come to YouTube and send them in here. So we had someone suggest USD yen. So yesterday I did say that we could have USD yen longs for someone that asked. Yeah, so this is what I plotted out, and if you entered long right here, you made about around 17 pips. And there's a reason why I said I wouldn't enter long, because the entry was missed. If you go back to yesterday's live, I said the entry was somewhere down here when we had the break of the descending channel, because if you entered here, if you missed yesterday's live session, go back to it. Your stop loss could be somewhere down here, and you could have made more pips. But what now price is doing, it's rebounding back into a support zone. And so this is why I didn't call the shorts as a signal yesterday. But I said that if you did really want to enter long, you could enter now, but it wouldn't be ideal. The ideal entry was somewhere here. Overall, looking at the daily, since I love the daily time frame, price is it's still capped at this region. It's capped by resistance at 108.678. Since June, since the U.S.-China trade fiasco started, we've been capped by that level. We did make an attempt to go higher, and that's when we made our short. We had a short after this break of this counter trend line, had a nice short to the support zone, and we rebounded since. If I can plot fibs, maybe we could have a continuation down, but the USD is showing signs of strength right now, so that might not be the most possible scenario. But going from higher high to higher low, we're just bouncing off the 38.2 fib level. So obviously right now the bias is still short. Overall trend is bearish. Until we get any real close above this 108.678, the bias is short. Is Euro Aussie making an entry for further shorts? Oh yes. I believe yesterday I did say it was making a retrace for shorts. Okay, so this is where we were yesterday. And yeah, so yesterday we were somewhere down here, and whoever asked for Euro Aussie, I told them to watch for price action at this trend line, and look for a rejection. And so obviously right at this area we had a evening star, then a hammer, and just a bullish candle. We didn't have any rejection candle at this trend line. So looking at our arrow, if we did have that, we could have shorted down to the support zone. We didn't get any signs of rejection, so we should not have entered short. What we had was a break out of this descending trend line and a retest. What a beautiful setup. Whoever saw this price action, you could have had a nice entry long, because we had a retest, and then we had a big bullish candle, bullish engulfing, bigger than the past 10 or so candles, even 15. Candle of this size we haven't had since probably early parts of July, so July 14th. So on the hourly, This is a pretty big candle, and if you entered long right about here, you could have made around 60 or so pips. It's plotting this out. So if you enter after this candle and you put your stops right below this last high, you could have made around 50, 45 pips. And it's looking like price, so price closed above the support region. Pop out to the daily. We'll see. So this is our resistance support region right around 1.60113. And what we did was we had a break below, we printed a hammer, and now we're kind of retesting that zone. And so I believe during the London session we did make a break above this level, but price is getting squeezed back down below. So in terms of short, we might have an opportunity. What you can do is actually plot out a trend line. So like this, plot this out. You can even make this into a channel because we are kind of in a channel. So if you guys know me, I love bearish flagpole patterns. So this is our flag. Let me know if I'm going too fast, but this is our flagpole, right? This red arrow is our flagpole. This ascending channel is our flag itself, right? And so what usually happens is we have a few touches in this channel, and then we get a break. Usually the break is accompanied with a retest and then a continuation down. So this is a continuation pattern, the bearish flagpole and the bullish flagpole. And so this is great in terms of probability. We're trading with the trend. Although this high did clear this lower high, we could have just a break of this trend line, retest of this trend line or this support resistance zone and fall out. So there could be an entry for short soon enough. Look for something like this to happen. It's always good to visualize the move, so I use arrows. Something like this could happen. Oops. Jesus. Like this. Something like that would be good. Or we could come out. We could have a break, consolidate a bit, retest the resistance, and short after. Either way, the risk to reward would be amazing. So whoever asked for this, just look for something like this. Stops right within this trend line. So if we do close back within this ascending channel, we can cut our losses short. But look for something like this to happen. Watch out for the price action. 1.9 risk to reward. It is Euro Aussie, so it moves a lot within a day. So this could be a nice intraday setup. So entry could be soon for Euro Aussie shorts. Whoever asked that. Euro USD. Just plot down these key levels if you need to right now before I continue on. So Euro USD. So Euro USD is in a nice area to long. It doesn't go in line with our Aussie USD shorts. We'll look at it in a bit. But just looking at the price action, we have support at 1.1820, and we haven't, since we shorted from up here, and we had some. Let me pull out that chart exactly so we can show you, or I can show you. Okay, so yeah, going into here, since our short from this resistance and this counter trend line break, we've stalled at one of our take profit levels. Well, basically our final take profit level, and we're kind of rebounding, and it has acted as support. I said yesterday that if you took the shorts with me to close out here, because looking to the left, it's been responsible for many bull runs in recent history. So looking at right here, moving to the left, even here, we had a minor bull run, but we still had reaction. Looking over here, we had a significant bull run, and then it was resistance here for quite some time. And so this zone, going as far as back as June, at the start of Q3, it's had some significance. So right now we are looking like we're about to go up on Euro USD. Let me remove these fibs. Don't need them anymore. What we can see, let me remove this as well. What we can see is a attempt to retest this level at 1.12381. Our nice recent swing low and support area. So we could have a nice push, retest, and a further move down. We could also fill out this range from 1.12085 to 1.12700. So we could have a nice range. So if you guys have plotted these key levels, you could have took a long trade. The risk to reward would have been amazing. A nice long from here. Right after we printed this hammer, you could have had something like this play out. And then, I mean, your stop is 8 or so pips. Yeah, your stop loss is 9 pips if you entered right here long. Crazy, really small stop loss, and you could long up to here. I would not enter now just because the next key level is only about 10 or 15 pips away. That if you're risking, 30 pips for 15 pips, it would not make sense. But if you saw the price action from down here, you could have had a nice setup. But Euro Aussie, Euro USD, I'm not gonna touch it until it makes another move. Maybe if we see rejection here, we could continue short down to somewhere here, 1.11 thousand. If we do make a bull run to this resistance, I'll look for shorts. Pound USD. I'll do Pound USD, CAD CHF, and then Euro Aussie. I think that'll be the end of today's session. But yeah, last week was really good, and this week was really profitable. So we're in a good stride here right now. These last couple of weeks. I use this chart. Let me just pull back a bit. Okay, so damn, we've had a nice weekly trend line break. Going back to our first few sessions, this nice trend line we drew on the weekly. We bounced around for some time around there, and we kind of have a nice swing opportunity printed for the ages. This is something that could actually play out as fundamentals supported as well. So I just plotted this as a weekly support, and going based off this, what we could have happen is as a swing for those that like to swing, who like to set a trade and forget about it. You could look out for something like this. 2.38 risk to reward ratio. The overall trend is down. We broke a major weekly trend line that acted as dynamic support. If we pop to the daily, we could probably get some more information. So we're still making lower highs, lower lows continuously. If you want an entry, the best entry for shorts is probably we're printing a hammer. So if we can get this hammer to come back and retest this level right here, this trend line that we just broke, and we see any signs of rejection, if we see like a candle like this one right here, this nice fat candle, we could have an amazing short down. I hope this happens by midday today, because I'm really looking to enter this, because we can enter something like this. Even to the first take profit level, we have a 1.93 risk to reward, and then to our major support zone, it's 3.06. So a lot of pips to be made on Pound USD, and pound pairs move quick, so hopefully we can get that retrace now. I wouldn't enter now, especially since the daily is printing a hammer. Going to the lower time frames, this blue region is a little support region. If I extend that over, we can actually make our stop loss lower. So watch for price. I do see price retracing back to this level, so I'd probably bet my house on it. That's what's probably gonna happen. Price is probably gonna retrace back up here, and look for rejection anywhere here. So between this is a trend line, so I would have to plot that out. But look for signs of rejection right around 1.24500. Right around this region, and you can have a nice entry short. I'll be looking for this because it'd be a nice swing opportunity. We wouldn't have to micromanage, and if this trade even goes to our first take profit level, it'd make a lot of money for us. So if we do enter somewhere here, Actually, our first take profit would be right here, this zone which we bounced off of, which is around 100 pips away. On the 4-hourly, only the pound USD could have a 100 pip move from here to here. So they move pretty quickly. But yeah, if we see rejection here, our first take profit is 100 pips away, and the next one is right around 1800 pips away. So look out for this for pound USD. Yep. So these live sessions will be moving to the portal permanently on July 31st. So you will not be able to watch them through YouTube. They'll be hosted on our own server. So, I know, you might be lazy or busy, but it takes 2 minutes to sign up. I've showed it countless times how to. If you have any troubles, email support@forexlens.com and we'll help you get you set it up. So we did pound USD, CAD CHF is left. I'm gonna bet my house on it. Yeah, that pound's going up here. You guys can hold me accountable. Tomorrow we do have a live session, so yeah, I'll bet my house on it. Going on to CAD CHF to end off today. Last night I wanted to send a few setups, but I didn't really see anything that got my attention, so I didn't send anything. Hopefully we'll have something today. So CAD CHF, we had a nice tap off resistance, 0.75864. Make sure it's plotted. Right now we're going to our support region. The support region spans from 0.75500 to around 0.5600. So this is our support region. For quite some time, we were in shorts, but we never really made any movements. Going back to the daily, we have our descending trend line right here, and just looking to the left, we had a lot of wicks and fallouts from this level. And so that's why I believe a week before last week I called shorts, just because at this level we usually had a fallout to this overall range on the weekly. So if you look at Swiss pairs, USD CHF, CAD CHF, they respect levels very well, and there's a fundamental aspect to that. So yeah, that's why I called shorts, but it's looking like CAD CHF is stalling. If we zoom in, this daily candle right here that we printed just yesterday, it looked like CAD CHF was about to spill over, but today we just rebounded back up. And I was actually looking at calling shorts yesterday right after we printed this candle. Thank God I didn't. Ideally, we want to close below the support region. For about the past 5 days, we've wicked below, but we have yet to close below this level. And looking to the left, when we have closed below, we've had a nice fallout. So that's what we're waiting for on CAD CHF. Right now, we're just ranging. If you just go to the hourly, you can just see this range that we're in. So nothing, if you were looking to short from this resistance, the entry's done. We are printing some hammers, so there's definitely some buyers here. Who knows, we might make another run to this level, but nothing that's really calling for any setup to enter. Look for a close below and maybe we can short again. Looking closer, this short wasn't a convincing short. When I say a break, retest, rejection, this candle is not really a rejection, it's a hammer still. We have a longer wick at the bottom. Even this one, a long hammer. We want something like this candle printed right here with the very short wick to the bottom. The CHF yen look like it will break down. Okay, so I guess I'll do that, then cover Aussie. I haven't looked at Aussie. I believe we're still in profits. Okay, so CHF yen, Swissy, descending trend line right here. We actually broke out of it in June. Then once we broke out of it, we kind of retested this support at 109.978, so basically 110 psychological level. We had a fake out to the upside. It looked like we were about to go from here to here to fill this range, and we did get around 60 pips into that before we came back down. And so price is looking like it's gonna continue short. We closed below this descending trend line right here, and right now we're just being capped by a resistance at 109.614. We had a lot of wicks to the top, right at this resistance zone, but we're also printing a lot of hammers, a lot of wicks to the bottom. So overall, a lot of indecisiveness for the Swiss pairs, and that's understanding because it's acting as a safe haven when the USD is looking like it's in turmoil. But this week we had positive CPI for the USD, so now it's not acting like a safe haven. So it's kind of consolidating. If you want, you can draw a consolidation box like this and just look for a breakout of this box, maybe a retest, and then just looking to the left, we could have a nice short to either this region or somewhere here. Pull that somewhere back right here. So look for something like this to happen. Get a nice break, retest, and a rejection. You have a nice short down here. If you're looking for specifics, I'll plot that because a lot of you are in different time zones. So if I don't call the signal, you might not enter it. But this is why you need to plot these levels on your own chart. For specifics, something like this, watch out for something like this to play out. So we're gonna have our break and close retest around somewhere here at 109.231, and you can short it to our next support zone, contract accumulation. I don't use sell stops because what could happen is price could just surge all the way down here without closing or retesting, and it can equally just squeeze back up. We saw that with gold, so that's why I always say you should watch the price action manually happen. I'm losing my voice, Jesus. It's made a breakout of the 4-hour channel. Let's see, 4-hour channel. What kind of channel are you talking about? Just so I could kind of see. Let me remove this. These live sessions will be on YouTube within 5 or so hours, so you can pause and watch at your own leisure. Made a breakout of the 4-hour channel. I don't really see a channel. If you can tell me which kind of channel. Maybe this one. If this is the one you're talking about, the descending channel. It made a bounce. Depending on how you drew your channel. But I'm not going through any bodies. This would be the channel. It's looking like it'll pop back up. Maybe pop and retest this again, but watch out for price action to close below this channel, and you can short. So let me just cover gold. Gold was phenomenal trade. And yep, so pop into the 1 hourly. This is what we did on the 1 hourly. I drew this trend line, and we were right here. We had this initial move down, but I remember I told you guys wait for a break and a retest. So this candle right here was our retest rejection, and we shorted for about 60 or 70 quick pips. I mean, we went down right to our second take profit at 1400, and then price rebounded off our key area of 1403. And so this is why these key areas matter. They're not just drawn to make the chart look pretty. But yeah, we came back, retested this key level, and we just rocketed off. Now we're making a push to close above this descending channel on the daily. So on the daily, we were printing a bearish flag pattern, and now it's looking like it's going to turn into a bullish flag. So we're going to pop off probably around the size of this move right here. So based on what gold's telling me, we might have some USD weakness for the remainder of the week. So let's look at Aussie, our short. We were at 30 pips before I started this session. Let's see where we're at right now. So this is our entry, and yes, we went as far as 33 pips in profit. Right now we're at just 20. So we are retracing. I we might come up and retest this. We do have Aussie fundamentals today, so be cautious of that. If you want, you can just take profits now. I believe they're releasing the labor market later today. Oh no, so okay, yeah, later today at 9:30 p.m. the employment change and unemployment rate. So major fundamentals. So what you can do if you haven't already, at this area or at this take profit, if you didn't take partial profits, take that now, and you can just move stops to entry right around here at 0.70300. Because who knows, you know, if the unemployment comes out weak. Looking at the forecast, so the employment change is looking like 9.1k. The previous was 42. The higher this number, the better. Unemployment rate, obviously, the lower the better. So it's forecasted to be the same. Aussie is looking to cut rates rates. So if the unemployment rate is unchanged, we may see a fallout because that just further confirms the rate cut. If we get anything lower, then we will see a spill. So you know, we're in a good position. We are in profits, so take some more profits off if you haven't already. Move stops to entry at 9:30. Who knows? You might have a further move down, but that's today's session. Any last minute questions? Jason Pay other way channel up. Let me pull up my other chart. So it's sometimes good to reanalyze charts a few times. You may see stuff that you didn't see the first time. 4 hourly all the way up. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Again, I mean, even on the 4 hourly, I don't see a channel break the other way. Unless you're talking about something like this. Oh yeah, you are. My bad. I'm a night owl. I don't really process. So yeah, this could work too. We did have a break. So yeah, so going based on, you know, what we said earlier, we're looking for a retest. A retest of this level. Remember when you drew the box, the consolidation box? Oh, Jesus, trading view. So we're looking for the retrace rejection out of this box. So currently we're doing that. If you want to draw this channel, that's cool too. You probably had this channel drawn on way before I did, but ideally we're looking to come up somewhere here, get a rejection, short it down. Looking on the 4 hourly, the second time, we do have this outer trend line. So this could be the first take profit right here, right around this 4 hourly support. This 4 hourly support, a lot of wicks. So we could have a nice take profit level somewhere here. So yeah, based on what Jason Payne said, I do agree. We did break a channel. We had countless attempts to go higher, but they're all fake outs. So it does look like overall sellers are in control. Just look for the retest rejection to short down further. Nice setup, by the way. Hopefully I will send out some signals later today, some trade setups. Make sure you follow the Trading View, Forex Lens. This is where I usually post the chart work before we enter short. And I do Bitcoin. From time to time. Let's see where Bitcoin's at, just for the giggles. Okay, Bitcoin spilled. So let's see. Ooh, right at our key level, rebounding nicely. But yeah, you can apply this stuff to Bitcoin and crypto as well. But crypto is more chaotic, and fundamentally, it's a lot less structured. You know, we don't have dates for fundamental events like we do for crypto. Anyways, that's today's session. Make sure you sign up for the portal. If it does not look like this, let me know. You can let the support know at support at